Hey Aries, this is your Astro Tarot reading for the month of August, and this is going to be a very interesting month because we have that Mercury Retrograde that's going to affect a lot of things and allow you to rethink, reevaluate, and restructure certain areas of your life. Well, this month I'm going to give you a general reading and then get some inspiration from other cards. But let me give you a general reading for the month of August, Aries. The month of August, a general reading. And here we go. Let's see what's going on. Okay. Well, there seems to be some situations about money here. There could be a few arguments, a few misunderstandings. And let's just see what else is going on. Okay. So for the month of August, you know, we got that Mercury retrograde that starts on August the 5th, and it's going to be influencing a lot of things, especially situations regarding your work situation, work issues, work matters, work conditions, work partnerships, relationship with your boss, relationship with your co-workers. That Mercury retrograde, because Mercury is the planet of communication, it is the planet of thought. It is the planet of discernment. It's going to be in your house of work. And based on this reading regarding your monthly situation, there can be an issue about money. Money may not be flowing so well for you. Money might not be flowing so well for you. So I'm looking at the cards my way. The way cards my way says that money may be an issue. You may not be making enough money, and that it is, you are thinking about getting a better job or making headway in terms of getting another avenue of revenue. Another thing is that you have to be really careful about how you are managing your money. How are you managing your money, Aries? How are you managing your money? One thing that I want to say to you is be very careful, because money can be a big issue for you, and it can start some arguments, some misunderstandings regarding what is happening, regarding your work situation. Let's get some, I have my other decks of tarot cards, and let's get some clarity regarding what may be happening around your work situation, around that Mercury retrograde that starts on the 5th. What might be happening? Okay, so this might be a really good time for you to figure out other ways of perfecting your skills, maybe getting some more job training, maybe thinking about maybe going back to school and getting a class, upgrading your skills, or maybe taking on more work responsibilities in order to make that money that's just not coming your way, that's just not happening your way. I do know that there is going to be a new moon. There's going to be a new moon on the 4th, and that new moon is also going to affect things for you. And that new moon is going to be in your house of love, house of romance, house of entertainment. So let's get a general reading on what that new moon that's going to be happening at the top of the month going to bring your way. What will that new moon bring your way? Let's get a reading on the new moon. The new moon. Okay, for some reason, money keeps being an issue for you. All right, so for you, for the new moon, there's going to be a situation where, be very careful with overdoing it, because you have the Temperance card. The Temperance card is here, and the Temperance card is saying that whatever you do during the new moon, you may want to take your time and keep things in balance and not go to any extremes. Because as you can see, you have the Wheel of Fortune, and it's looking my way. It is upside down, which means if you go out of alignment or control, or out of balance with something, it can bring some negative effects or some negative consequences. Now, we are definitely talking about romance. So, as you see at the top of the deck, we have the Disappointment card. So there may be new moons always bring a new direction when it comes to love and romance. And let's get some clarity cards on what might be coming your way around this new moon that is going to be happening on the 4th. The new moon that's going to be happening on the 4th. And it says, show the world the real you. Show the world the real you. So in other words, new moon, new direction. Now, when you're talking about aspecting, the new moon is going to be hitting your 5th house, which is your house of creativity. It's your house of enjoyment. It's your house of pleasure. It is your house of how you spend your spare time. Show the world the real you. Well, this may be more of a creative energy. So you may want to do something different. Take a new direction with how you spend your money, how you spend your time, and the people that you hang out with, because it's going to it could have some negative consequences if you are dealing with the wrong people or doing the wrong thing. All right. So on the 14th. That Mercury retrograde, while it does not stay in one house, it slips into your house of relaxation. And what's going to happen is there's going to be a chance for you to talk and communicate more with your friends, with your lovers, the people that you hang out with. And let's get a reading on that. What may happen around that when Mercury retrogrades into your house of fun, relaxation, and romance? Let's get a full reading on that. Okay, here we go. Let's see what the cards are saying. Well, be careful of arguments. Oh, we definitely got some love situations happening here. There can be some arguments, misunderstandings. Something can happen that may tear up this relationship or cause some problems with the relationship. As you can see, we have a broken heart here. Somebody can really upset you. You may be afraid of having a broken heart. And, it's almost as though, it's time for you to have a conversation with some, or maybe rethink what is going on in your house of love and romance. One more thing, that this card, the death card is this is my way. And when you have the death card like this, it means that things are not going to change. So a conversation might actually be needed, or maybe you have to rethink this way, rethink this situation in order to maybe make some changes, because if you leave them alone, they are not going to change. Let's get a clarity card on what may be happening when that Mercury retrograde affects your house of love and romance. What may happen? Okay, it says here, the bathroom, and it says, flush away all that no longer serves you. Okay, major change in love can be happening. Major change in love can be happening. Also, this can be regarding a friendship too. You may need to change things regarding a friendship. You may have a person around you that you find very disturbing, that you're always arguing with or having misunderstandings with, and you're trying to gain some sort of understanding and it's just not working. And this person can be very stressful to you in some sort of way. And and it's just not changing. The death card upside down suggests that it's just not changing. And be careful, this card retrograde upside down means that there can be a change of either a relationship or a change of a friendship in some sort of way, Absolutely. So what else is going on this month for you? Well, I know we got a full moon. There's a full moon. That full moon is going to be in your house of inspiration, in your house of travel, in your house of meeting new people, in your house of, actually, it's going to allow you to think about what is it that you want to achieve in your life. What do you want to achieve in your life? So let me give you a full reading around that full moon. A reading around that full moon. A reading around the full moon. And let's just see what may happen around that full moon. And that full moon is going to be on the 14th. And here we go, full reading. Okay, now this is very interesting. It is time for you to get out of your comfort zone. Get out of your comfort zone, that full moon. Let me tell you about that full moon, because that full moon is going to be very active. It's going to happen when that Mercury retrograde is very active. So this card, the moon, is saying there are things you need to find out and don't be afraid of. And there's some things that's been hidden from you. Full moon can bring forth information. Is there something that you've been wanting to know about someone that may be far away? This is a travel card. You may need to travel or seek out some information regarding either a friendship or a love situation, or regarding some sort of business partnership. What is happening, Aries? What is happening? Oh, yes. And also there could be some money situations. Now this card is upside down, which means there could be money lost, or, the thought that money might be lost regarding a situation around that full moon. One thing I know is that you got to pay really careful attention. Your intuition will be heightened. Information is going to fall in your lap. You're going to find out answers. People are going to tell you things, so watch out what is coming your way around the full moon, Aries, around the full moon. One thing I do know, that Venus is also going to be in your house of work, and that's going to bring you a chance to make more money, which is going to be wonderful. And that's going to be at the top of the month. So the Mercury retrograde is going to be there. Venus is going to be there, but Venus is going to be in your house of work, just like the Mercury retrograde is going to be in your house of work around the top of the month. And it's going to allow you to take a look at, how can I make more money? How can I make more money? One thing is that we got the sun. The sun is going to be entering into your house of work also on the 22nd. Well, this is going to be a month of work situations and trying to get things clarified and straightened out regarding your employment. So, also, the sun regards healing. So when we're talking about the sixth house, which is the house of work. It's also the house of health. This is a good time for you to take care of your health. Take care of your health. Time to make some doctor's appointments. Time to change your eating habits. Time to, maybe get that exercise. Time to take better care of yourself. So let me give you a full reading on what may happen around the 22nd when the sun enters into your sixth house. And let's just see what it's saying here. What is it saying here? It is saying, okay, the sixth house. Now, the sixth house we're talking about is the house of employment where there's more money. Woo! There's a chance to make more money. This is wonderful. But you have to ask yourself, is the extra work worth the extra money? Yes, you can make more money, gain more money, but is it worth the stress and the extra work? These cards are saying be very careful because you may actually be disappointed if you go after something, you gain it, and you find out it is not worth it. So you have to be very careful about managing things and balancing things and juggling things for this month of August. One thing I want to leave you with, and this is going to be a really nice thing, is that Venus, the planet of love and romance again, is going to be in your house of relationships. Woo! That can be a nice thing to happen. So Venus brings love, it brings affection, it brings socializing, it brings, niceties regarding partnerships. If you're not in a love relationship, you can certainly meet someone after the 29th at the end of the month, right after that Mercury Retrograde. And if you are in a relationship, things can get better in love regarding you and your significant other. And let me give you a reading on Venus entering into your seventh house on the 29th. And let's just see what may be happening when Venus enters your house of love, the house of relationships, the house of commitment on the 29th. Well, there's definitely going to be more of a decision made regarding love. You got to make a decision, yay or nay. Is this going to work? Is it not going to work? Okay. Now, this card is upside down. So when it's upside down, this card is something better. That means that things are going to get better. There's some joy. There's some hope regarding a love relationship or potential relationship. Things are definitely going to be working out a little bit better. Also, this card is upside down. This card is saying, don't be afraid to seek out answers and ask for information and ask questions regarding a love situation or a love matter, because what you know is really what you need to know. Don't be afraid of the truth. So Aries, this has been your Astro Tarot reading for the month of August. Be careful with that Mercury retrograde. Make careful decisions, and you're going to have a chance to get things much better organized regarding your work situation and regarding what you do with your spare time. If you'd like to know what else is happening in your chart, you can contact me at kimallen.com. Also, if you like my videos, go ahead and subscribe and like them. And, I will talk to you again next month.